What's up, world? What's up, Zion? It's Prince Easy coming at you again once more. And as usual, I do have a couple slides that I want to share with you today. And of course, I want to issue a disclaimer, fair use disclaimer for every piece of material that's going to be shared here under the fair use. All right? So let's get to it. This is some astonishing news, right? Wow, they done pulled what can I call it? A Prince Harry, is it? He did the same thing about last year or something. Yeah, now I'm glad people are finally talking about it. It has been going on for so long, this thing. Yeah, now Maduro has shifted attention towards the elections in Uganda. And of course, he's talking to the guy in a bulletproof vest, insinuating that Uganda is not safe. This is all symbolism, and as usual, he won't cover the side of the government, right? Because again, well, we're gonna see how this unfolds, right? In this here video. There's now they are calling it an anti-Zelensky bloc, right? As if the president of Ukraine was not Zelensky, this is an anti-war bloc. It's not an anti-Zelensky anything, right? They don't like war because it affects their interests. Full stop. It's not a pro-Russian or pro-Putin or anti-Zelensky bloc. That such things just exist in your imaginations. Again, we're back to this, right? This was a conversation about a year or 2 years back, right? And of course, we are going to see the same pattern of them actually ignoring the elephant in the room, which is Russia, right? They just want to demand, not ask or request a ceasefire for the elections or anything like that. No. They are talking about if allies ensure security. What do you mean? He wants a direct confrontation, right? Because what if somebody sabotage this said ceasefire? Would then the so-called allies have to confront Russia? Is this where we are going with this or something? Wow. Something also familiar, from Korea, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Ham and the floor. Well, you are supposed to have this conversation before the laws were established. Did you participate? Were you engaged? If not, then that's a huge systematic problem. And of course, you being irresponsible and letting them care for your children for you. Yeah. The things that we were talking about, now they are showing their heads. Look at this disaster here. And of course, nobody's talking about the root cause of this problem here. The root cause of this problem here. And one day I hope we get to discuss that. All of you rebels and every type of agreement that you're made with the Congolese government, with the Rwanda government, all of that has to come to light. One day, I'm sure it will. I didn't hear Japan say nothing about this. Their silence, you know, crickets and all that. Hmm? They are Belarusian. So here is what the reality, right? They planned something and it did not go well. It did not go as planned, right? It did not go as planned, and you're gonna see them being upset, right? So the supposed eruption in Mwanza did not happen. It was all fictitious, right? And of course, there was some chaos at our embassy, our Tanzanian embassy in Kenya, and of course, in UK. And these are the ones who were protesting in our stead, right? While our country was celebrating its independence, these guys here were shouting and handcuffing themselves in protest of the Tanzanian regime. And we are just sitting here in awe, amazed at the nerve of these people. These were their predictions. Tanzania on the edge, is more violence coming, right? No violence came. Yeah. I think the Ukrainians should be taking notes, right, on how to prove that a child has been kidnapped. Wow. How do you even export AI? Maybe it was on a flash drive, you know? You never know. This is the BBC reporting on the silence of December 9th. They say it is silence, and what you're seeing on your left, those are Kenyan police. I don't know why they showed it there, but hey, narratives, important, you know? Wow, they're saying this is big. Right? We here in this channel done had conversations about they call themselves the Fallen Legion or something like that. It has Legion in it, right? And now they're just admitting, right, what we knew all along, right? Guess the chicken is coming home to roost, I guess. How deep their involvement were in, right? They call them independent, right? Don't say you are not told. You have to understand that clearly. This guy, these guys. Somalis are responding, you know. Huh? Yeah, both true. It has been less safe and it has been less competitive because of sanctions and stuff, right? Just like the US. So I took this December 10th, right? So they just came out with this, and then all of a sudden I hear there is a large explosion at a shopping mall over there in Russia. Now I'm waiting to hear what the Russians discover. Yeah, the old tricks are not gonna work anymore, right? From what I've heard, the Russians and the Chinese are making photonic. The Russians, the last I saw, they were making a photonic chip, mass producing it. right? The Chinese, they are also working at high speed to become independent, right? That was a mistake, a miscalculation on the part of the US and the EU in general. Well, we can learn a lot from this. You can look it up yourself, right, and study. And study. It's like a peek over the wall. It's all about the second phase now. Thai Cambodia situation. Lely Madowo, where are you at? Have you gotten the memo? Or are you a quote-unquote journalist and you're gonna stand your ground? I'm interested. Long term. So what are you asking? For the direct confrontation? Because I'm gonna show you on record here that they are not afraid of anybody, even the Americans, when it comes to their brutality. And I'm not hearing a lot of talk of these white boys shooting up schools and what the US is doing about it. Not hearing nothing about it. Literally. Just Somalis and Haitian eating dogs. Again. They wanted Japan on board. That didn't work out so well. Okay, it's not about the issue of you refusing or agreeing. They're gonna take it by way of arms. That's the reality. That is. And everybody else is trying to avoid. But he doesn't get it. So arms it is. You think the synagogue of Satan will agree to this? Yeah, so this NPC, or rather non-player character here, who has been on the news recently, as you're gonna see, right? Venezuela will rise. What does she mean? Right? It means Venezuela is currently not on the rise, right? And of course, he did this at the presence of the EU people. And we are gonna see more of rhetoric here being created. Yeah, they didn't see this. They didn't see this coming, huh? So, this is a pivotal moment here, right? Well, why is it pivotal moment? Because something is gonna reveal itself. So, again, they were lodging grenades. Now they are firing on them, right? And there is no mistaking them. So whatever international, whatever force, that's just the reality. Yeah, I tried to help, and he went and then done this stupid stuff here. Well, this is all on Venezuela's domain. Whatever they try to do, I will support them. Same with the Palestinians and the Russians and the Chinese against all of you. Hmm? Do not squeal when retaliation comes, huh? Is it an accusation or there is ample proof? We are tired of this double-edged speak here. It's confusing us. They either didn't or they did. There isn't any in between when it comes to war, especially. Well, I don't know what to say about this. The gold and green card, he can do whatever he wants. Right? This is more for the American people's problem, right? Well, again, rhetoric. One side is offering long-time ceasefire arrangements, and the other side has pins shaped like nooses as part of their silent protest. Hmm? Hmm? I don't know why there is world hunger even now. Why are people not? Why aren't we organizing ourselves to feed the hungry? Right? This is a matter of national security because these same individuals are gonna be paid and they're gonna do the same thing they did on the 29th. This is how it happens. Right? They target the most vulnerable, and the most vulnerable are those who can't afford to eat, to house themselves, to clothe themselves, to have a sense of dignity, so to speak. Hmm? This is gonna end great for Japan, okay? It's gonna end great for you. Hmm? I bet it's not because of the terrorist activities and the kidnapping. Hmm? Mm-hmm. So these are the fighters, brothers and sisters. Look at them. Hmm? Banned, hunted, and in hiding. Whilst she was apparently extracted from Venezuela to attend the ceremony recently. Now I don't know. They're trying to paint Maduro as something, right? The narrative, right? It's important. So now they're saying she is banned, hunted by Maduro, of course, and of course she's in hiding. And the narrative continues, right? I'm just showing you how it is being drawn up. Mm? Of course, that's the university in Tanzania, right? For those people who think themselves to be, I don't know, fathers of everything, even the will. It's a racist backing. Mm? Yes, we had a writing system, and what happened to it? You Europeans happened to it. Right? You and your forefathers is what happened to everything to us. Mm? More news coming out about the supposed Lance Corporal. Mm? And there are a lot of them. This is not the only one. There are a lot of them. Right? When you see smoke, then there is fire, they say. Again, he continues the narrative. It's fine, but do not say then we didn't try to make peace with you. Okay? Don't say that later on. Right, this hit the streets, but you're not gonna hear much about it. Madowo, are you there? I'm not hearing anything. Is this permissible in your supposed upright journalism? A week or so fighting. Look at this. On both sides, Thailand and in Cambodia. For what? I don't know. Right? But again, so talking about picking over the garden. Prioritizing domestic demand and building robust domestic market. That can be useful to us. Driving innovation-led growth and accelerating the cultivation of new economic drivers. That can be handy to us also. Deepening reform to energize high-quality development. Word, right? Especially when it comes to construction. Right? We can do better when it comes to design and basically expression, freedom of expression. Right? We need to stop being fearful. Expanding, opening up, and promoting win-win cooperation in various sectors. What they say, pursuing balanced development through urban-rural integration and regional coordination. Pivotal for us, right? Closing this gap, especially for developing nations like us. Honoring the carbon peak and neutrality target, right? That is their own green initiative, right? Which they have the luxury to do because they have a strong economy, right? Putting people's livelihood first and delivering more tangible benefits for the public, right? Handy, right? I have talked about this myself a couple times here. And safeguarding the bottom line of and mitigating key risk proactively and prudently, right? In this ever-changing world, finickiness and this and that. Again, these are their goals, right? We have our own goals that we have set for ourselves, right? And of course, this can be enforcement, right? To see what others are doing, so as we can educate ourselves even more. Now they are shaping themselves to be a asylum seeker or something, right? Running away from political persecution, right? This is what this is about. Yeah, Taiwan, you better talk to Japan and the US. You better talk to them, because China, from what I've heard, made it clear since their first interaction with America that the Taiwan issue was a non-starter. Now here we are. So anyway, brothers and sisters, that's the update that I can provide for now pertaining to the madness that we call life. This seems like a joke or a bad dream or a nightmare or something, right? Well, it is and it is not. It is and it is not. And in most cases where it has become some sort of nightmare, then it's because people have given up their reins, to the wrong people, and that causes a big problem. Right? Give rise people like Macron and Starmer, right? People who are actively involved in destabilizing other people's nations, right? So yeah. that we need to grab this bull by the horn, so to speak. There's no other way. There's no other way. So yeah, we're gonna see each other when we see each other. Let me sign off here. Prince Easy, love you, bye.